And for some reason, my mic didn't unmute when I mute. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to Archean. You might notice a few changes here. I've dropped the slime. I will be dropping this avatar at some point. I have a green screen on the way, so I'll be doing a face cam as soon as that gets here. I found one on the Amazon Prime for like $20 with the stand and everything, so I'll be just going face cam, green screen, as soon as that gets here. So I'll be dropping the avatars all together. So that's going to be a big change. I've dropped the voice changer again. I know, keep going back and forth. Been having a bit of an identity crisis on the for my streams. But that's going to be over here as of now. And yeah, I don't like our truck. We spent 4 hours working on this truck. I don't quite like it, but it's going to do us for now. We will make a much better truck later. But today we are going to be looking for aluminum and then a place to start building a base. So that is... And there's an ad break. I don't know if you're getting ads or not, so I'll wait till it's over. Should be over in like 20 seconds. We won't be doing anything during these ad breaks. I turned them on just because. We'll see if we like them or not. And welcome back from that ad break. Sorry about that. I'm experimenting with things. So very much an experimental stream right this moment. So, yeah, we gotta go looking for aluminum. Hey, Relic, how you doing? This is our rover we made last time. So we have our anchor, which turns our mobile base into a static grid by dropping down a beam. It's hard to see, it's chrome, it's very, very reflective. But, yeah, it drops down the anchor that makes it static, and then we drop down our mine, our drill, and it starts drilling for us. And we have our access point back here, which is filling up rapidly with stone. And then we have our battery, which has an hour and 8 minutes left of pure drilling, and we can control all that from in here on the seat. So turn that off, turn that off. This I got from the workshop and put it in our rover here. It is going to be, it's our ore scanner. So let me hit Z here just so we could get in here and configure. Right now we'll set up to look for copper, but we want to look for aluminum. Can I remember the periodic table? I'm going to say I can't remember the periodic table, which is why I pre-set up the periodic table to bring over, which I can't bring over because this game hates alt tabbing. Aluminum, it was AL. Should have just guessed AL. Makes sense. Okay, let me just get the this back up. And turn this on. And why isn't it working? Okay, it's now doing its sweep. Oh yeah, we are really close. Zoom out on our radar here. See anything within that range? Nope. We might have to drive a ways to find it. Looks like there might be some up the coast here. If we zoom in here, there's some green. Oh, there's a good green spot right there. Okay, so we'll have that as our way to go. So off we go. The coast this way. I believe, let's make sure we are going the correct way with our radar. We've turned a little bit too much, so it must be in this little hill area over here. Okay, let's turn that off to preserve the battery until we get a little closer. This vehicle isn't the fastest. Let me zoom out there. We're only utilizing the back two wheels as our drive wheels, and I have my front wheels as my steering. And I only have a low voltage battery powering us. If I had put in a high voltage battery, we'd get a lot more speed, a lot more spin in the tires. But I do like some of the features I've added to this thing. Like I have rear view mirrors. Sometimes. They were working yesterday. The reflection must have changed on them a bit. The only thing that concerns me with this game is the lack of fauna. Everything else is pretty nice about this game. We have our headlight switch here. Wait, do I have it? Should be off. Then we're just going to drive for a bit here. I can still see with the reflections of the glossy paint job I did on this thing. You can even see the reflection of a little bit of our panel though, so the reflections definitely have changed. Is it based on orientation of the vehicle? No, it's staying the same now. Because it's showing this bit right here. Right there. Okay, let's turn on and see how close we are. We're getting closer. It is definitely up on this hill over here. Yep, full physics sims, aerodynamics, water physics, orbital, Newtonian laws. You gotta actually reach orbital velocity to maintain orbit. I'd say this game kind of has that KSP feel where it will just eat up your time, but has mixed with like space engineers or stationeers. The wiring reminds me of stationeers because you gotta wire everything up. The building is a mixture of kind of Stormworks and Starship Evo. I could show you the building here in a moment. And then you have the really deep into coding system with their own Xenon code, which I could show you that here. This is the code someone wrote for the radar system. I do not envy that person for writing this code. I'm glad I could just get it off the workshop and integrate it into my own builds. This is the code I wrote. Much simpler. Even though it's spaghetti because there was no easy way to do the things, but this is just our drive code. Pilot A and D for turning, SW for acceleration, negative because the right wheels need to be turning the other way, space for brakes, and if we get out of our seat while we're moving, I have it to automatically put it to brake. So, you know, just simple coding there. So you can make, this is a full touchscreen interface here. And if we go back into third person, you can see suspension travel. My back suspension is actually a little stiffer than my front because I'm rear heavy with the drill and cargo back there. But it is full physics. And with everything being ray traced, you get the nice reflections. I'll show you the chrome bit. Like, there's the rear view mirrors working. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Slow. It's very, very slow. It does pick up, once you get the drill, it picks up pretty fast though. Yeah, real-time reflections in everything. Of course, I painted this glossy. It could be, I could have painted it matte and not had the reflections, but why wouldn't I want the reflections? I like the reflection. This vehicle is also very slow. Only because I didn't want to do another high voltage battery. They're kind of expensive at this stage. Let's turn on our radar. Looks like just up on this hill. Going to be a little bit of a climb. We don't have the highest offset vehicle. is more like a delivery truck than anything. Not when I'm in adventure mode, and the stuff to make that is kind of hard to come by. Adventure mode, you just have to collect all the resources yourself. Get a little bit more. Ooh, we totally revved our engine there. Fight it. Okay, we're not fighting this. Anchor away. Thank you. We are now a static object. Go check our drill, which is why we left the hole in the back of our rig here. Of course, we're at an angle where that don't matter. Look at just the reflections. I should show you the water. Let me get into my drone here so I can get in here and see if we're going to get any aluminum. We'll get 0.57. It sucks. Get a lot of carbon here though. I might just do a little bit here for the carbon. We're going to have to find a different approach to get up here. Or we might need all 6 tires on acceleration. But for the moment, let me just quickly turn that on. And I'll show you some of the building while we get some carbon, because I'm running kind of low on carbon. If I look at my inventory here, maybe not so low, 26,000 carbon. I'm really low on copper. I only have 2,000 copper. But I do have things I can crush. It takes time to crush. So that's why I say it's slow. Eventually you can make a crusher and a crafter so you don't have to do all this in your inventory. And you could get it to auto craft through programming, which there are already people who put out programs. But for the building, it's simply a change your shape, drag, pull, which this reminds me of Starship Evo. So you could do anything, and then you could instantly do things like that pretty quickly. And then it's just simple to remove. We'll be removing the mine, and especially on this side where I had mirror mode on and wasn't thinking about it. And that's why I've been mostly looking at this side during this stream. The side that actually looks okay. See, how much of that do we have? Oh, once we get to about 10,000, that should be more than enough. Go ahead and put that off now. I could have programmed these up to hotkeys. The programming is actually pretty smart. So say I wanted to have an input, you have 11 slots, well, technically 12 because 0. So you have 12 slots for inputs and outputs. You have 12 input, you have 12 slots on a computer. They could be inputs, they could be output. So, and it automatically names them. And I believe if I got out of here and actually was really dedicated to trying to figure out this thing, I can name it wheel want left. I believe, if I'm correct, which I haven't actually tested this, it should pop up as the alias in here, right? No. It would if it was in a router. So you just have to remember which wheel you put in where. Which, I did that. I specifically put all the left wheels on the left, all the right wheels on the right inputs. So, but we need to figure out how to best get out there. So let's unanchor us. We gotta get up a little higher. Let's try to not lose our momentum. we can get any momentum. And now we're traveling sideways and semi-backwards. Okay, that's not going to work. This thing, I'm not afraid of this thing flipping. The center of mass should be pretty low. I made the bottom frame out of steel. While the top of the actual chassis of the vehicle, I think is how you would call it, is made out of composite, which is the lightest material. And I purposely did that knowing that our drill alone weighs 400 kilograms. Don't think we're going to be able to get up much higher than this. Anchor ourselves and check real quick. Your drone can clip through things, so 0.33 still. A lot more on the silicon here. I think we just need to get up onto this crest. How do we do that? Let me go in and wire up. Not wire up, program. I need to program. Or forward and backwards. Let's go ahead and add our front wheels to our acceleration. How's our battery doing here? We have 2 hours and 15 minutes left. Okay. To give us a little bit more power. Now that we're all 6-wheel drive. Okay, let's anchor here and try and get out. Hey, Techno Freak. It's going okay. We're trying to get to a good spot for aluminum. Having trouble climbing the hill in our rover, which almost defeats the purpose of the rover. 0.37, that's a little bit better, but not great. We really need to get to the crest of this hill. We might have to switch to a high voltage battery. This wheel's not even touching the ground, it's just spinning. That's awesome. And I was watching a bunch of people playing this on Twitch today, and I realized I suck at making vehicles compared to them, and it's like I learned so much from watching them play that I already want to just rip this rover apart and make a new one, but I'm not going to do that until we have a lot more materials and a base location. Because we spent 4 hours making this thing, I don't want to just start over. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. Okay. We need a different venue of approach. Maybe over there. And yes, this isn't painted and it's right. Look at my wheels and hit V. Okay, let me get back into first person and anchor us. Go anywhere. Up the grip, maybe? We could do that. I guess one's max. We'll try maximum grip. We'll see what this does. It does sound like we do get some wheel spinning, so might also need to strengthen, can I not say the word? Strengthen or suspension. Oh, I could already tell you that this is much better. As long as we have connection with the ground, I think we could get up. Or not. No, we're losing connection somewhere. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, our middle wheels are no longer connecting to the ground. Should I increase our suspension? It could go to 10. I don't want to go up that high. I don't have to, I don't think. I have no clue. I'm not a car person. I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to things like this. I just like building, and I like vehicle physics, which is why this game is right up my alley. I should put a get these program to a up and down arrow so I can change them on the fly. I already had our back at 3 just because of how heavy we are, but maybe I'll make our back 8 counteract the weight, and then also take out the middle wheels and go up to 2 on them. Not too high on suspension. So you're thinking 2? And then take out the middle wheels. But then I will risk bottoming out because of how long this is. So I don't think I could really take out the middle wheels with this particular rover. So if we're going up 2, so this one will be 5 to counteract the weight. I'm glad I could do this with the slider, though. If I just hit control, I can type it in myself. Control, clicking it. Let's try that. Right. We might need to get some momentum while walking it. There we go. Let's try this spot right here. Yeah, I probably way overdid it for my first rover, but the rover I did before I lost the save file I had was just a flat block with all the essentials on it, and just like, you know what, I want to actually make something aesthetically pleasing. And so I ended up with this thing, and I still don't like the aesthetics of it, but this is even worse. Where are we on our radar? I was still zoomed out way too far. That's a problem. I mean, yeah, we could get... Oh, there's some... down just to our left. Right over there, I believe. Okay. That's where we'll go. The first time I played this, I learned that you really don't want to just start off with a base. You want a mobile mining rover. What happened? Oh yeah. We just blew our entire battery wattage. We had 2 hours of battery. So upping the power. Yeah, now I see why you probably said to remove those middle tires for power conservation. I could have just unwired them. Okay, so let's get out here and make a new battery, which we just need some capacitors. Should I just switch it to a high voltage battery? I mean, it costs us to make 400 capacitors, but I don't know if a high voltage battery would be better. Capacitors, parts. Just quickly make 100. Why we think about if we want to just. The problem is, which I could remove that easily enough. I don't really have room to fit another high voltage battery in here. Well, I can keep it weight centered down the line. I technically do here, but it would look really weird. Oh, convert it to low. I didn't even think about that. Thank you. I'm probably going to butcher your name. Derkus? I'm bad with names. Just fair warning. But yeah, that's right. So I could just, let me do that. So I'm going to need to make a bunch more. Let me get out of F2 mode so I can actually hit control on the. What I'm doing is making, I do that a lot. I'm known very famously for making things overly complicated and overly hard. So is it pronounced Darkus or Darkus? Or is it pronounced somehow, somewhere else? Yes. I'm very big on symmetry. Which comes in handy when you're dealing with boats. Getting right weight ratios is very handy in boats. So we'll just make a high voltage batteries. I'm going to not hook up our middle wheels. They're just going to be there so we don't high center. Game's not that hard. Yeah, I agree. The game's not that hard. I was making things complicated and didn't think about the converting a high voltage down to low voltage. I always think about the other way, low voltage to high voltage for some reason, not high voltage to low. So we'll be doing that. But we can at least get the high voltage battery being made. I had enough stuff pre-made from yesterday's grind session, and then we need a power converter. Means we need a circuit. Means we need capacitors. I'll just make the 10 more and then the circuit. Now we just have to wait for things to get made because there's only a queue of 4. And yeah, if you guys see me making things harder on myself than they have to be, feel free to pipe up. I don't mind backseat gaming at all, especially for games like this where you need at least a little bit of brain power, and I have none. So yeah, I did a bunch of ore mining before, and I've crunched it all down. That's why I'm not worried about ores. I'm a little bit worried about water because I forgot to make canisters to make water, which we'll make some next time we're next to the water. Just so we don't run out of hydrogen in case we run out of plastic. But I have almost 3,000 plastic. I have I had 4,000 wire. I think the thing I really want to try and do is find a place to actually set up our more permanent base. And I think I need to do it where I can identify the land from landmarks up in the air. So while we're waiting here, let me just run up here real quick. Not too high, I don't want to lose where our vehicle is. I get lost very easily. I have no sense of direction sometimes. So I want to be able to, like, if we've just built somewhere down there, it all sort of looks the same. So let's fly up and take a peek at where we might want to build a base while we're waiting for things to craft. I'm thinking we want to use this as our landmark since we know aluminum's here. So if we know we're just going for this hill on this peninsula, maybe on that side of the peninsula, over and over there, where you see that jutting there, where you know you're lined up with the island and here, and this way we're all a little closer to the mountains. Yeah, I think over there looks like a spot we should check out for a base, see how flat it is. I'm so glad there's no damage yet to the player. We could just fall. Oh, that was an instant stop. Holy cow. How is our crafting doing? So can we make our converter now? Okay, everything is queued up that we will need. And I'm not going to worry about clean wiring. I almost want to find a way to design these vehicles where I could not have to go into drone mode and go through all of this stuff for the wiring. Because this gets really complicated trying to figure out where you are within your vehicle. But I also don't want to have just wiring exposed either. Okay, so we should have our high voltage battery and our power converter. So, and we know all of our power is actually here. So I'm just going to throw our high voltage converter here to match up where the battery was. And so we could just plug in our 3 junctions, or 4 junctions. Get this battery in here. We'll face it this way. Here with the wiring. For this particular one, since I've already been doing it, I'm going to go under and into the blocks. Or like that. That's a slight problem. No, it's not. Actually, might be a slight problem. I could get power to all of these, no problem, by just simply doing that. But will daisy chaining them together work? Like I would have to daisy chain this one here. I mean, that will get everything power. But I think will it split it naturally? Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I realized I was over-labeling and trying to be overly organized yesterday, which slowed me down a lot, when I could have simply just labeled the connection points. I didn't need to label all of these things. So let's see if this works. Oh, I forgot to unhook the power to the middle, which, get out of here, back into drone mode, which actually all I have to do to undo that is not connect this. And we'll just bypass that straight into there, because this is our middle tires here. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now let's keep an eye on our radar. I need to go into the code and maybe make it update a little faster, but we're almost to the orange spot. Yeah, I realized that I was being way too sorry to use the word anal about labeling. It's just like too much. Okay, so let's see, how are we doing for our mine in here? 6%. That's not too bad. I think that's going to be about as good as we can get right here in this area. It doesn't get really any darker than this as for a while, I think. But that means every 100 ore we pick up, we get 6. Oh, it does get darker up there. Ooh, let's go. Let's go ahead and move there. Actually, before I do that, I just wanted to check one quick thing. How is this battery already doing? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, we're going to be heading kind of towards where we want it. I think we're going to build the base anyways, which will be good to get aluminum that close. We'll have to see what other minerals are over here. It shouldn't be hard to find copper and iron in it. Why do we keep spinning up? Some of our wheels keep going off the ground. How close are we? I think we need to go up higher. Back up, back up. Gotta remember we are also at 1,000 distance, so I think it's just now within 300 meters. You know, we'll just climb in this mail delivery van that we made. That's all we have to do. Not quite up this high. I'm not too worried about flipping, just because don't go down sideways, you will flip. Yeah, here we go. Okay, end it on the wheels. We're good. We're good. Emergency anchor. Thank you. Where are we? Let this refresh for a second. Should hopefully rescan. Oh, it might not scan because we're anchored down. Gotcha. I didn't think about that. So it should be over in this direction from the way we were facing now, right? I can't tell, it's not filling in the rest of the map. Push V on the screen. Oh. Does make it a lot easier to see. Okay, we need to get turned around, and I think the best way to do that is to back up and try and... No, that's not working. Slow it down, slow it down. Every time I slow it down, it turns us back the other way. There we go. We're good. We're rolling. You just need to get... Yeah. Might actually be repainting my any rovers we do in the future a matte color in any areas I have to look at constantly. Just because the reflections are distracting sometimes. They're awesome. I love the reflections. They can be very distracting, especially like that. That should not be glossy. I can't see where we're going. Okay. We're not quite in a good orientation for it yet. Let me zoom this in. Okay, I think I see where it's going to be. And thanks for the tip about the reflection on the monitors. I can't get traction in. I'm just spinning. Come on, you can do it. I know this is a really steep incline. You can do it. No, no you can't. Okay. We'll just roll down the hill a little. And we get back going this way. Just over this hump here, I believe. If we have to go down, we can come back up. Okay. I wonder how much of that battery I've already spent just trying to spin my wheels in place here. I don't have the power to climb this. Gotta hit it at an angle, but it keeps turning me to the left. I meant to the right every time. Yeah, I don't really know how to do the ore detectors. This is when I got off the workshop. And so I think I can rewire it fine and put it at somewhere else later. Okay, well, having to hit this from a different angle. The momentum and climb? No. Okay, so we just can't climb up that. That's just too steep for us. Luckily, this is a pretty big patch, so I think if I can just find a way to come around this hill and then shoot our way sideways up. Okay, well, now it's turning me left. Really fighting me. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. This we could climb. Okay, why did we just suddenly flip? That's not good. We're right in the patch, too. So, now here's the question. Do I use the V menu and reset orientation to unflip it? Or do I try to engineer a way to unflip it? Yeah, I could pull a flipsy and engineer my own sort of flipping mechanism, or I can hit this button. Oof. Waiting just a second to see if anyone has a opinion on which one I should do. If I knew how to do polls, I would do a poll, but our choice, I'm going to say, since it's in the game, we hit it. Well, the only thing I'm not going to do is go admin mode and teleport vehicles back. So if we crash a vehicle and say we're out of fuel way over there, we will have to engineer a way to get it back. But I think since it's in the game to just unflip your vehicle, we'll do that. I think we are in the spot now. That, and since I have very limited time to stream in the evenings, I want to save as much time as possible. 10 aluminum. Hey, that's better than the 1 or the 6. So let's just go ahead and start getting some aluminum. We don't need oops, I just found myself inside the vehicle. We don't need very much aluminum right now, but I want to get as much as I can. But yeah, we are at a very steep angle here. And this rover needs an upgrade. I didn't make it, well, a decent enough rover to get up here to get the aluminum. But luckily, we have a high voltage battery getting us a bunch. Why we get that bunch, why don't we go ahead and crush what we have of the other stuff? I got this because it's going to give us 64% carbon. So we have 26,000 carbon. We don't have nearly as much carbon as we have silicon, so we're constantly making plastic, which is carbon and silicon. You say build your way out? Okay, I will. If we flip again, I'll start building my way out. Question is, what do we do up here while we are waiting for it to mine a bunch? Maybe just climb up here and take a peek out over the horizon. I still think maybe building on that, that'll give us room for a one-way and other things we'll need. And I know the titanium is somewhere up in these mountains. I saw a spoiler on Discord about that. So sorry for spoilers if should have said that first. Sorry. And I like the fact that there's no stone up here, so you have to engineer your way to have a drill rover up here, or drill vehicle of some kind. You can't just come up here and pick stones. Like, you could sink to the bottom of the ocean and get some lead and stuff. But you can't get up here to get this stuff. How are we doing? 14,000. So that's what, 100 aluminum. So we'll have at 2,000 we'll have 200 aluminum, if I'm doing my math correctly. We'll just need a few more moments. Let's go ahead and make a few things. Oops, I did not mean to craft that many. I meant shift left click, not shift right click. Going to make a couple of circuits just to have on hand. Just start making a couple things here and there, just so we don't have to craft them later. I wish I could remember the names of the streamers I was watching earlier today. Now I was watching Discount Engineer, and then I switched to someone who was trying the game for the first time. Like NJASA or something. It was something for NASA. Space guy. Space nerd guy. I learned a lot from him about chassis designs and rover building designs, so I want to implement that as soon as we can. What do you think? 25,000 enough? I don't want to have to come back up here for a while, though. How much aluminum do we actually need? I believe we only really need it for propellers, right? So, but it needs 100. Ooh. Yeah, we'll need to be getting this for a little bit here. So, if we're going to be up here for a little bit, let's start design work on our vehicle, just to make it a little bit more bearable to look at. Much as I like these sort of 3D lettering, I think I'm just going to do it with the dashboard tool. Oops, I forgot to click and hold. Ooh, they're the maximum size. I did not know that. So the maximum size should allow us to go out. Although the maximum size for that too. Okay, that's not going to work then. I could only fit 4 of these. See, what I was going to do is you can only make them 8 big. Okay, that's not going to work at all. Can you make it? Out of curiosity. Get a screen. Can we make that big? Then just temporarily I'm going to hook this up to our computer. Just so we have something to do while we're mining up here. And if I want input, we want dashboard, then we want not input, output, sorry. And I forgot to save. And I saw it as I was leaving it. There's something invalid. What's invalid? Invalid. Line 18. 9. Why is that invalid? The variable text1 equals text mine, which is this. And we're outputting text to our output 7, which is this, as text. Channel 0, output 7, channel 0, and what we're outputting. So our variable. Get on my other window here. Get on my other window here. That's not supposed to be happening. That's not supposed to be happening. Okay. I got it. Everything's gone wrong. Nobody saw nothing. Everything's gone wrong. Nobody saw anything. That was supposed to be on Stream Manager. Why was it not on Stream Manager? Okay, now let me get this back into full screen. Don't worry, I had everything super important hidden. Just in case something like that happened. And I wanted to look up the... Actually, I wanted Discord. I can't bring up Discord though, because you guys would see it because it's on the other monitor. Egg. Right? There was a certain thing you had to do. Inside. I forgot to move my Discord and browser over to this monitor. To the monitor you guys can't see before I started streaming, so I'm out of luck at looking up stuff. Actually, maybe not. I might have found a loophole here. Give me 1 second to get to my stream channel, because I have the link to the Discord and all of the videos of these streams I've been uploading. Wait, I'm not. That's just an old video that was playing for a quick second. Discord. Continue to Discord. Ah, that's not going to work. Wants me to log in. I'm not going to log in on stream. Let me try something else. delete that node and let's just do a simple constant text. Mine. And output it to the channel. Hey look, that worked. Again, was trying to make it too complicated. Size, so... Resolution... There's no way I could just make that text bigger. How do you adjust text size? Maybe an input? No. Probably there's only the output of channel here, so I can't adjust text size via code. At least not through node code. So that's not going to work. So I guess our 3D lettering is the best way to do that, if I wanted something like that. Good to know. Let me get back our code here. That should be enough mining. We should have enough now. I think that was a big enough distraction. I could do that. I didn't think about that. What's that? 700-ish aluminum? So, or I could be totally wrong on all my math. Yep, I just moved the decimal place over one. So we just got 70,000 aluminum. Okay. We're good to go. Let's get down off this mountain. And head towards where I think we're going to want to build our base. Actually a pretty smooth ride down. I'm trying not to use too much engine power. I'm trying to let gravity do its thing, but it's not steep enough to really do that. We've just come to a qual. So that's why I've been hitting the gas a little. We're going to go right over there. As we do that, I'm going to come in here and we want to look for a good iron spot. I think iron is probably one of the most things we will be using. Iron and silicon. Can zoom in here. I believe Fe was iron, right? Hey look, there's iron all around us. Make sure we're heading in the right direction still. Oh, another thing we might want to look at is copper. Copper with you. You know what this game is making me do? It is making me learn my periodic table for materials. For the metals. You know, I should know that. But it's been forever since any science class, so... There's copper all around us, so I think we're good there. Get over here onto this little jutting out piece of land here. That I think would be a good dock. A nice sort of natural dock here. Yeah, this area is nice and flat. I think we'll stick to here. Build our base here. This way we have the some good landmarks around us. And can find ourselves from the air. And this will be a nice dock area and liquid storage area, and then we have plenty of room to expand out that way. Question is, let me save the battery on this. Ooh, there's copper right there. Get out of here. Get our brake tool onto our hotbar. Now, right click. 5% iron here. So it's mostly silicon here. Remember the dev thing, the smaller rocks tells you really what's in the area? So we won't be getting much iron if we set up our thing to just mine here. So we'll have to move a little bit away. Let me just see if there's any better resources over here. Oh. Is jetpacking faster? Oh yeah, jetpacking faster. It's just noisier. About out here. 78% out here. 78% iron. This will do. I'll move the van to out here. And then we have copper just like right there. And aluminum just up that hill. And then titanium somewhere over in this direction. Now, I wonder if there's any lead or uranium in this area here. We'll or scan from the shore and see what we can see. I don't know if this thing would float if it went into the water. I did make the bottom out of steel and it has the miner in it, which is super heavy. If it floated, it would be the front end that floats. Let's go ahead and anchor it down here. Just quickly pop in here and look at this. 25% iron here. We could go a little bit further up, I think, to get more iron. For some reason I hit one I'm so used to space engineers. I have my my parking brake set to 1, and so I hopped in this vehicle and instantly hit 1 just out of habit. Yep, 78% iron. What's W? I don't know what W is. Let's turn it on and see. Oh, W is tungsten. We've been getting W. I should have known what W was. While that's mining away, let's get over here. And we want to figure add. Well, let's do uranium first, since I actually remember what uranium is. I'm not really sure what lead was. I'd have to relook it up online. Let's get a good zoom out here. So this is within 5. Okay, that's just land. Green is just land. There is a little bit of uranium within 5K of us. It's just straight out that way. Okay. The figure. Is that why I was afraid I'd be too top heavy if I had made everything out of composite. The only thing that's metal is the very base. The base frame is metal. Seriously, I can't remember what lead is. AG is gold, Fe is iron, C is copper, you know, W is tungsten. I want to say Ti is titanium. PB. Thank you, Relic. And it looks like those just slightly off from where the uranium is. There is some lead. And then let's do one more search for gold. And there is absolutely no gold around us. Oh, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Okay. Turn off that miner. Stop zooming in. And let's start working on figuring out base. So I do like this here as a dock. How shallow is this? But it gets pretty deep fairly quickly. So maybe we have our dock going out into the water about this far, going straight down that way. Because I do believe it is time to get busy on making a home base. Either that or we can make a boat to go get lead and uranium so we have a way to easily recharge our batteries using the RTGs. But I was thinking more solar panel away for right now for recharging. So, and we have a little bit of daylight left. Let's make some concrete blocks. Which, by the way, I believe are the heaviest blocks I know of in the game. They weigh 16... Oh, no. They weigh 20 kilograms each. Steel weighs only 1. And composite weighs 0.25. So, I believe aluminum weighs 0.5. Let's make... Oh, we need water. Into the water we go. And this just takes some silicon and water and oxygen. So it's really easy to make. That's why we're going to just make our base out of it. Yeah, as far as how heavy the vehicle is, let's actually check. We could check how heavy the vehicle is. That is heavy. The last rover I made was only 1600. Yeah, 1600 kilograms. This one's 2200. Ouch. So yeah, making the metal base really did hinder us. This is metal here, and then the rest is just the base. I mean, it doesn't help that we also have a bunch of stone in here, and weight does matter here, so well, I guess it doesn't. It doesn't count the weight inside your containers. I could have sworn they would have done that. Get some more aluminum bushing. And this is going to get us another 1900 aluminum. Okay, let's get our concrete blocks. Wait, this isn't that type of game. We go here. Actually, we need to get an anchor made. We'll have to figure out where we'll want the anchor, though. This is another one of the other few problems I have with this game. You have to build a frame to build onto. You can't just build a block out in the wall. So, let's see. Let's get a anchor made. Should have all the stuff for it. So this will just take a second. And as long as they make it, physics will keep it upright. It shouldn't matter if I remove the anchor later. Let's fill in that. But that does mean we are going to be sitting on top of the sand. Yeah. That's okay. I'll just throw this here. Throw our anchor on. Flip it the right way up. Yeah. Yeah, I learned that one. I tested it once, and it just goes nuts, whatever you have it connected to. That's why I have the anchor on the rover for drilling. Let's see, we want the toggle button. Oh, I already had one made. I did not realize that. Actually, I didn't even have to make a toggle button. I could have just done, and I think I will just do, new dashboard. That, and then we'll just throw the toggle button here. And then all we have to do is get our spool of data cable and connect that to there. There we go. So, I kind of wish that wasn't made out of such shiny material so you could tell if it goes in, but that's okay. So this is now static, and we can now build our foundation out in biggest chunks as we possibly can. You know what might be easier? To just frame it all up. I'm trying to think, is there an easy way to do this? I've never tried actually building a base in this game. One thing, I know we're going to need a lot more concrete. So I'm just going to sit in the water and make a bunch of concrete. Get at least one ledge, and then you can pipe the drill into the receiver and crusher. Will we find the ore? Yeah. Yep. As soon as we can, that's why I'm debating, do we make the base first, or do we make a, now that we have aluminum, we can make a propeller to pull us underwater, so we could go and make a kind of sub. Not the sub I would like to make, but it would work. A temp sub to go get some lead. Because some lead and uranium would really help us. but at the same time, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do first. I think the first thing I need to do is start recharging some of these batteries that are building up in my inventories. So I think what we're going to do, instead of making the stock like I'm making it, let's make a solar farm. Which we still needed the concrete blocks for, so. And that's something also I've not seen someone do in this game, is make a auto sun detected rotating solar farm. I'm sure someone has done it, I just haven't seen it. Let's go place this solar farm somewhere else though. We don't want it here. Let's see, solar farm, let's maybe place it over here. A line of, let's see, yeah, the sun goes there, so as long as I don't have anything tall in this line, we should be good to set up a solar farm here. Not composite, we want concrete. And I'm not sure what we're going to need to actually build a solar farm. So this will be something completely new that I've never done in this game. I've built a rover before. That's why I was trying new ideas for building that rover, but we need more concrete, of course. If I remember correctly, one solar panel is slightly smaller than one siding of these. So to get us started, I figured we'll just do a, no, we should be able to just do 6 here, right? You got a simple solar tracing setup? Nice. Since we know we won't need to rotate it left and right, all we need is an up and down to follow the sun as it traces across the sky. So we just need a pivot per. So let's make a pivot. Was there a different type of pivot? Hinge. So a pivot and the hinge, and I think what we need is a hinge. Which, motor, luckily I have some motors we made. I only have 2, but I want to get one set up, fully set up, and then I'll duplicate it multiple times once I know how to set it up. We'll need a solar panel. I'm sure we'll need a solar sensor. I'm hoping the solar sensor just outputs a decimal number of where it detects it in the sky. Well, like the rising sun is 0, setting sun is 1, and then it's negative while it's under. I don't know how it works. Just how I'm hoping it will work, because that would be the easiest way to set something up. So let's just throw this down. Does it require power? I don't think it does. So I think it potential solar energy. Can we monitor that? Will that change normalized angle? That changes. This will be. It should go. I guess it's going down, so 0 would be there, and it starts that one. Negative or something. I don't know. It's not changing. We'll monitor it while we set up a basic thing. How big is the solar panel? Okay, it's not too big. Want to measure quick. Solar panel here. On it. So 2 more blocks. Actually. Bring that up a little. Or has this changed at all? It has. It is going up. Or is that is it degrees? Because it's going up, but I know the sun is setting. I don't know. So, because the angle has changed to 47 from 46, I'm guessing it's a degree. How does this work? I'm going to assume because this is going up, we need the positive to go in this direction. And then we simply put this center here. What happens, just out of curiosity, if we just throw that there and with our power, because this should be getting some solar panel power already. What if we just do that? That surprisingly worked. Is it really just that simple? If that seems too simple. Also, I want to get my paint tool. Yeah, that seemed way too simple. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. If that works or not. Has our angle changed yet? Yeah, it's at 48. I don't know. Should we just watch it? I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm going to, that. just to make the wiring a little neater. Well, then I think I'll set up another one. We need another solar panel. We don't need another solar sensor, but we do need a data junction. That. And pay attention. Oh, now I've lost it. I think it was. And pay attention to how high I put that off the ground. I think that high. Well, we're going to need another hinge. If it was really just that simple to set this up, I'm going to be super happy. Gotta make sure our positive is the same direction, that way. Let's offset that. Up here. And there we go. Those two solar panels set up to hopefully track the sun. That was super simple. Barely an inconvenience. Start charging our batteries. More interested now in charging my large batteries. So I'm just going, for now I'm just setting this here. We'll set up a charging station later. I'm going to need, aren't I? Order. I just throw this on here. Okay. That. Then our junction. Junction only accepts one input though. Everything else is an output. That is not what I need. What I need is I could daisy chain these together. These are both input and output slots. But I also need power going to our hinges. It'd be easy if each solar power powered their own hinge. So do I just need another converter? I know this is ugly right this second, but that is charging. It's going to take forever to charge. More times than I have in pretty much, I wouldn't say any Steam game, but close to it. So I think that's about how much time I have in the Space Engineers, actually. 279 hours. What? How can we do this? For now, I'm just going to get another. Yeah. The 1/5 of RimWorld. Actually, how much time do I have in Space Engineers? It doesn't matter. I'm getting sidetracked. So let's get another power converter. This is the simplest way I know how to do this. And it will work for now. I'm sure we'll need these power converters later once we figure out a better way to daisy chain these up and get a large battery charging area. Just simply set that there for now. Well, I cut it down to 140 hours from 278, so... And of course, that's only while the sun is up. All I need to do is... But get 2 more of these, and then it might be charged in like 3 streams. Okay, I could do that. Let's see, we need motors. Which we have enough to make 3 more motors. Let's make 2 more. So I can double up this. And we have 2 more outputs on our static junction anyways, so that works out. To make these, okay, the motors are made. Let's make the hinges, solar, 2 more solar panels. And once we have a good charging station, I think our next step is to make a sub. I don't think we're going to make the base quite yet. This is where we're going to make the base. But I don't think we quite need a home, like big home base yet. I think we need to gather some lead and or uranium. Mostly lead. We're mostly going to be after lead. Because we need lead to make the crusher, we need lead and gold to make the crafter. Hopefully we can find gold at some point, but... let's see, so we got our solar panels, and we got our hinges. Get our here, and... That was that big. Want some room in between, so about here. Good. So 2, 2, 5, think 6. Yeah. Oh no, this one's going to have to be taller. Oh. I realized the problem with the way I'm building this. That's okay. It is solvable. Fairly easily. We'll just expand out this way. Because the shadows from the solar panels are going to block the other solar panels. So I'd need them a lot more separated than they are right now. So I'm just going to do a line this way instead. And this might just be a temporary setup, we'll see. I'm still not convinced this is actually working. There. How many is it between them? Should be 10, right? 5, 10, 11. Seems way too far away. I guess not. That's about right, actually. Okay. I do like that you can offset things by half a block in this game, these devices. This one, get 2. Here. Up. Okay. Now we just need some more power converters. 2 more, we need a circuit. Means we need capacitors. That. This is ugly, but it's temporary, so I'm not too worried about it. That can go that. And now this will be charged in 73 hours. How is our angle of sun? 0.57. I wonder if we could also use a solar sensor to make a clock. Because we have a pivot. We could technically make a clock easily using that. If we could get the angle of the sun calculated out into how long it takes to go around, which we know is 12 hours. So, yeah. Well, that's going to be charging that. See, it's 9:51. It is technically when I should be stopping according to my schedule. But I'm not tired yet. I'm still having fun. So I want to go a little longer for sure. How much longer, I don't know. But we'll go at least 30 more minutes. At the very least. Because I am enjoying myself at the moment. Start work on a boat. Why our battery charges. Now, this isn't how I really want to do a boat, so I'm not going to be going as aesthetic for this one, this particular build. We're just going to make it work because it's going to be a boat slash sub, but the sub is going to be a propeller. Oops. Not how I wanted that. There we go. Okay, now it floats because composite is like super easy to get to float. Go ahead and get another frame on here. How big do we want to go? The sub. All I really need is an ore detector. I'll need another drill, or I could borrow the drill off that one. Yeah, I think 3 was too big. I'm thinking 2 might do it for our sub. We'll go a little outside the lines, but... Okay. If that's our base here, let's get it at least try and give it a boat shape. We could always add some concrete if we need a keel on this thing. Probably actually be building this in my drone mode. I guess we're out of composite blocks. Yep. Make a couple hundred composite blocks real quick with just more plastic. I'll do more part grinding before I stream again tomorrow. There's nothing worse than just sitting here waiting for something to get built. You could technically walk the boat, but right now I think we have more flotation than I weigh. And you can see a little shift in the water. Jump on it. Oh yeah, didn't I say, Roic, I was going to show you the water refractions and stuff next time I got next to water? I totally forgot about that. But yeah, it's just, like, that's not actually there because of the refracting water. It's deeper. It has that whole, I don't know what to call it. It's just awesome. But the reflections off the water just looks really good. But, the full ray trace rendering. I think they even use ray tracing for the sounds. I believe I heard the devs say. So. Okay, did we make enough blocks? Well, let's make some more. Why we build this. Another thing, they are building this completely multiplayer in mind, so I'd love to play it with people at some point. Right now, of all my friends, I'm the only one who owns it. I think I might be the only one who actually has a NVIDIA card capable enough to run this thing. At least until a little later. My friend said he was getting a new computer maybe this weekend, so we'll see if I can convince him to get it. Though I don't think he would like it as much. He's not much of a builder. As far as shape for a boat, get a cube going here. Call this the back. You know what? Instead of doing that, let me just go into drone mode. It's a little slower on the movement, which is why it's slightly annoying, but you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to set symmetry mode. And I have the symmetry all off. Access again, so once again, our build will be Z-symmetrical. That's okay. Doesn't really matter. So, that. You can see, now it has a tilt to it because this side is floating higher because it has more of the composite blocks down here. I should have been able to do that in just... Sometimes the angle of orientation when you place these blocks is a little weird. Let's go as far as we can. Look back. Okay, so that will be the general shape of our boat. We're going to leave this hollow in here for now. We'll start to make the can't remember if it's the aft, the back, or the head. Anyways, we'll go and make the head section of the boat here. Fine. Following line. Hard to see with some of these reflections, but I can't move this once it if I was building this on shore. So yeah, I could simply just say we are a snub-nose boat, and so we could just do that. Yeah, we might just do that. It'd be the easiest. I don't like it. One, two, 5. Okay, that looks like it's the same angle. Angle it out in here. 2, 3. I think this is where we might snub nose it, because my brain's having trouble picturing it. That. Oh well. It'll be snub-nosed all the way. That's okay. Oh, right now those no water or air tightness, but that is a planned feature for the game. I have to figure out how to connect these shapes. Sorry about that. Had a spammer in chat. Had to fix that. Question, how do I connect? Okay. This would go the right orientation. Pull that back like that. That connects up to there. Does this happen to be a perfect? And simply bit of a snub-nosed boat, but at least it's semi-boat shaped. How does it look when I'm standing in? Yeah, looks big enough. Back into drone mode. Thought I went into drone. This complete. Do that for the back. Get rid of our frames. So now it's just pure floating with no weight on it. We're going to need a couple of things. Get over here so we can think what we need. Right now it's just sort of a dinghy boat. Don't quite like the shape of the nose, but this is just a temp thing to go get a little bit of lead. We'll make a true boat once we have some lead and some uranium. And hopefully some gold, but I doubt we'll find the gold. So, things a boat will need. We're going to need a rudder of some sort, so... Now, Discount Engineer used RCS to control his boat, which I believe only uses power. I don't know if we want to do that. I think we might want to actually use actual ailerons. I didn't actually mean to make it, but yeah, ailerons to control our pitch and steering in the water. Because really, since this thing's going to go underwater, let's see how big this is. We're going to need it, okay, it's not too big. We're going to want to control it kind of like a plane. So we're going to need pitch and yaw. I don't think we'll need wool, but just in case we'll have one of we'll have some, like, how do we want to do this? Do you think I could get away with it Stormworks style and hide all of our ailerons, like, for pitch, like this? Because there was no air tightness yet, so the water would still be flowing over it. I think I might be able to get away with doing that until they add air tightness. Even after, actually. I think there's only one way to really find out, and that's just to do it. So let's make a couple of these. Let's go. We'll need 2. I think we could get away with 1 for yaw. Let's go 2 for pitch. I don't know of a good way to do wool. And we have to make sure everything is symmetrical and weight balanced, because we don't have a gyroscope for stabilization. We don't, the gyroscope, I believe, takes titanium, or it takes lead. Yeah, we don't have lead, so. But ailerons, make 1 more just in case. We're also going to want to make at least 2 propellers, which we'll need a motor and connector for. What are we missing for the motor? Just some circuits. Just make a few circuits here. These ailerons, let's see. We have a nose pitch. All we really need is the nose pitch. Right? I don't remember which orientation I put that at. So we want plus up. I guess I could do 1, if that works like that. I could do 1. Where's our center of mass? Center of mass right now is here. I could do a wool control like that, maybe? I have no clue if any of this is going to work. We'll figure that out as we go. But I'm going to need to block off section here. Just a second. Did I not make this thing odd? So I'm going to have to hold X, okay. Let's get a little further down, please. Oh. Okay, we have a water. For some reason it makes us really want to float in the back now. But luckily it doesn't take power, it just takes logic. So how are we doing on making our motors? Two circuits. Okay, so we'll have our 2 motors for our 2 propellers. You know what I can do, just to do a quick test? Get the dashboard tool out, since none of this needs power. Let's get a new dashboard. Just set up right here. A control panel for our waters, just to see if we see any sort of movement. So we want a up. So I get this to be a down arrow. Up, down. So that's our pitch. Oh, we're going to want a different dashboard for each of these, because we'd need a computer to otherwise. So we want our up, down, left, right, and then we'll do tilt like that. So it will be our up, down, left, right, tilt, down, left, right. I think we'll actually make this that way and that way. This way we could do some quick tests. So, oh, but we're going, there's only one input. Huh. Okay. I think I know how to do that. Oh. This will channel 1, this is channel 0. That's how we do this. So I'm still experimenting with the dashboard stuff, so I don't quite know it all that well. So this is a good learning opportunity. That way, we left, right. And I don't know with movement if we will actually see anything by me doing this. Dashboard tool. Here. Let me tap the that way. Okay, so now I could just wire this all the way to this one. This still might not work actually, but we'll see. Just because they're two different channels, and I think without a computer. Oops, did I wire that one wrong? See if it... So that works that way. But because this is on a different channel, quickly change the channel maybe? No, we can't. It's based on which one you put on first. Okay, so that did nothing. Besides the fact that we can hit this and flip that. But without movement, that little bit of isn't actually doing anything for us. So that was a fail of a test. But that's why it was a test. Get back our wire. Then we could just take this stuff off. How are we doing on being able to make our propellers? Connectors. Color. I guess we might not actually need it. I don't know. We're using a propeller to suck ourselves downward. So basically we're going to have a propeller on the underside like this. And that will suck us down. Then we'll have another propeller. Say like that. Propel us forward. We still are too high up in the water. We'll have to add some weight. Actually, I want to test something. What happens if I add one concrete? Add it. I can't just add one. Does that make it sink at all? Not really. Concrete's super heavy too. It made it sink a little. It's sitting a little better in the water. It's still up too high though. About the right height. Where's our center of mass? Right there. Oh, pretty much perfect. Well, our thinking color is a little behind it, but we'll see if that works. We need a mini computer. Or actually, we need just a computer. Just do a computer. So we are going to need 10 circuits and 100 LEDs. Circuits, we can only make 2 right now. So let's make another 200 of those. 200 of... That would allow us to make 22 circuits. So we need 10. Then we need 100 LEDs, so... Okay. Once all this is crafted, we can make our computer, and then we can throw on a little bit of a battery and see what we can do. I'm tempted to see if this even works. think we'll see if this works before we call it tonight. I wish I had more time to stream this game. If it takes so long to do anything in this game, that 2 hours is just not enough time. Go check on our battery. And our solar panels are still tracking the sun pretty well. Huh. I guess, it's just working. This is only 0.8%. We might need to build another high voltage battery. We'll also need a seat. I'm not going to put the drill or anything on here yet. I just want to see if a propeller, if it's powered, if it would sink us. We are a little front heavy at the moment. That's okay. See, once we get on it. Yeah, we weigh nothing, so we can't even walk to the boat. Too stable, which is a good thing. At least the sound effects of the water lapping against the shore is nice. The pretty view of the sun slowly moving towards the horizon. Unfortunately, all we can do is really wait here. Is there anything we could do over here? I mean, I could crush some stone. Oh wait, I already have the stone in my inventory. So... okay, we could at least make the computer now, I think. Get it in the queue so we can know what we need to make. We need a battery. I think one more high voltage battery won't kill us to have. As long as we can start charging these batteries more efficiently, which we'll get more work on this, the solar array. Once I know it tracks it for the sun rising up. Because the sun's going to be setting soon, so there's no point setting more up at the moment. So we'll need another circuit, some more capacitors, and more connectors. First we gotta get through making these diode circuits and LED. And the computer itself. I went ahead and making the big computer instead of a mini computer, just because I have a feeling, I might be wrong, but because I have this all connected up to a mini computer, that will constantly draining power. Because I can't turn off the programming. I don't have an off switch. Actually, is there a, do we have some sort of, what would you call it? Breaker? That we can flip power on and off? Yeah, the bridge, junction relay, low battery, low voltage relay. I don't think we have a breaker of any sorts. So as long as the battery is plugged in, even if it's to a regular computer, it will still be powering that computer and draining the power slowly. So we need a breaker. Do we even have pistons in here? No? I could have swore I saw, someone make moving bits. Don't see that we have anything. Like what I'm looking for. I forgot to put the bobblehead. That would have been fun to look at. Oh, I don't really have a place to put the bobblehead now. Really? The bobblehead's on a toilet? That's hilarious. Actually a pretty detailed model toilet, too. Oh, they put some real effort into this bobblehead. That's funny. Okay, do we have our computer yet? No. We need a cell, which will take a circuit. So I think what I'm going to do is first just make another 50 capacitors so I can make another circuit. Okay, I might not actually. I'm going to need 2 more circuits. How many casings do I have? I have plenty of casings. I need plenty of panels. I need connector. Let's make 50 connector. And I'll be able to make a seat and the battery, and then we can test, get everything where we could test. There is no loss in this game except for the spools. If you don't pick up the wiring before you pick up the component, which I always forget to pick up the wiring, so we'll just have to make data spools every once in a while, and other spools of things. How many capacitors do I have? I have 122. Once we get the pilot seat in the queue, we'll make a bunch all the capacitors we'll need for the high voltage battery. Almost done with the LEDs. Pilots queued up, and then we'll need the capacitors queued as soon as the computer is done. Okay, so we need 300 capacitors. And once this circuit's done, we can make a high voltage battery. Okay, once all that's done, we will be able to fully test. Oh, we're going to need a hard drive. Oh, we'll get the hard drive after the battery, I guess. Let's just throw down that there. We don't have our seat yet, so that'll take a moment. We need the battery anyways to turn on the computer. So I believe we can program without it being on. Actually, can I just take the hard drive from here so I don't have to build another one and just make a new program? Just swapping out our driving hard drive since we don't need that at the moment. So, yes. If I could do a new program, we'll call this test. 8. Valid name because spaces does not like. Okay. We'll be able to do boat tests. Do we have our seat yet? Do. That's there. Lift that up. That. While we wait for some more things to get built, get our input from our pilot seat. Will be 2 up down will be control space. Save like that. It's nice that you could swap out hard drives. And with the big computer like this, I can just swap what program we're using. I guess I can walk the boat. I didn't think I was heavy enough to. Oop. So anything we can do I re-wait. Okay. Just while we wait, might as well do something that's semi-productive. Can't quite remember how I did the There we go. That right? No, no, I was well into wanting pyramids for everything. It was that. Are we done crafting it? No. Still got time. And see what I did for the end. The only one down. Remember how I did the part. Oh, that makes sense. Just went straight back up. That and this one. That. Did I wound the corners on the E? It did. Because, again, for some reason in my brain, pyramids were like the coolest thing last night. Wait, what did I do it? Huh, okay. Pyramids were cooler, more cool than I thought last night. So what are we doing here? So we have the battery. Okay, let me just finish this E real quick because we are pretty much done with it. And then this side will be matching the other side. So mine and mine. I'll paint it later. Okay. Ooh, almost flew over it. Let's see, we need our battery. 9. Put the battery in the back here. We want a order. Circuit and magnet. Okay. Circuit. Magnet. There's no sense powering all this stuff with a high voltage. Just to test. Also probably going to want a of for data. Got our power converter. So that's there. Firing. There. Power everything up. Or should have one. There. There. Another. There. Data cable. There. Too worried about that one. This one for sure. So our yaw is 5, our pitch is 4. We might as well connect the attempted tilt to 3. And then we'll connect our propeller 1 to 7, so that's our up-down propeller. And then our forward-back propeller is going to be at 9. We need more power cable because I totally forgot that the computer also needs power. So, okay, that's booting up. I think that's everything connected. Get in here and go test. Start doing things. Let's get our input. We're going to want a up, down. Okay, we'll do a forward back for now. Normally I would just do a toggle to toggle the propeller on or off at various throttle speeds, but for this test, this will be fine. We want propeller just output. So 5 was our yaw, so yaw, pitch, wall, then output. We want down, up, put forward, back. So forward, back. This is simple. We'll just do that. And do we want, just because I'm curious if this will make us go faster, go with up arrow to pitch. Okay, so that's that section nice and done. Base control, this will be pitch. We'll have input, pilot seat. We do P will turn on our propeller that will take us down or up. Okay, now we need to figure out controls for this. This is our yaw. Yaw is easy. Input pilot seat. AD. That was our yaw. This pitch here. Pilot seat. Normally I would use S and W for this. But let's go ahead and use left and right for this for now. This is our pitch up and down. And we'll use pilot's input. Let's see, I'll get this all organized. This is just temporary. Just for a quick test. This is going to be Q and E4. Okay. So that should be everything in a nutshell. Let's save. So if I hit forward, we go forward. And we have yaw control. It's not very good. What happens if we pitch up? Okay. Pitching up stopped us. Not sure about that, but let's try our thinking. So T. See if we go underwater here, we should see. Oh, I gotta change one thing real quick. Function, pulse toggle. Now I don't have to hold it. Okay, so this was up and down. That's nowhere near enough to sink us. Or... oh, that's that. What did I set the controls to for? No, I set it to up and down. Set two things to up and down. No, control and space. Control and space, okay. So we could raise, and we could lower, but we're not, don't have enough power on it to pull us under. We're too heavy, too light. So let's turn that off for a second. Let's do another quick test here. Get out of our seat. Phone mode. I make these blades bigger. Just a quick test. Because if we could prove this concept works, we can make a sub. If we can't prove this concept works, we're making a helicopter first. And going to get titanium to then make what do we need? Titanium pumps, right? Yeah, we needed titanium for pumps to make working ballast to sink us. So let's see. So that's doing the same thing. Turn that off. I wonder if it's because, well, see, now it's okay. So yeah, that kind of works. It's unreliable. That buzzing is a little obnoxious, and that's because I have it, it's rubbing against something weird or overdrawing from the battery. Right now I have it turned off, but it's still being on. It's being weird. I guess it yeah, it's just being weird. I say we make a helicopter before we make a sub. I really don't like the idea of using a propeller to sink us. Because this is totally not how this should work. Yeah, water tightness isn't a thing yet. They are working on it. Same with when they get pressurization with for air tightness and the need for actual oxygenated areas, then they'll have it watertight. That is something they promised they would have. Okay, so I'm going to just remove this battery before I totally drain it. And we'll get ready to just call it here for the stream. We'll work on a helicopter tomorrow. Because I think before we really get too busy on this base, we really need to get some lead, and to get lead we need titanium, and to get titanium we gotta fly over to the mountains. So that's the plan for tomorrow, and we'll probably just use some RCS to steer us in the air with the helicopter, and I'll just use a two-blade counter rotation system. But just want to thank you all for watching, and you all have a wonderful night, and I'll hopefully talk to you guys tomorrow.